What's up, people? Gonna open up my second ever vlog. Woo. It's been a while since I started. I actually had this huge thing planned out, and I recorded it with my sister's camera because we couldn't find the chip for the one I'm using now, which is so much better. And then I started editing it, and then my program basically just looked me in the eye and said, AVI files suck, and quit. I edited it 4 times total and never got to finish it because it would just throw everything out the window, just corrupt, like the files would go corrupt. It was just completely ridiculous. So yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago, and the project got completely trashed, and I'll probably never get to use that. So anyway, first thing is, I mess around with the piano every now and then, and I actually play a little bit of Dire Dire Docks. So I'm gonna put that up today. I put up a different version on my main channel. Don't ignore that one, I'm fixing to do it over. You guys will probably see this first. All 8 of you. Best 8 people in the world. That's enough of me stalling. Let's go over there. So that was Dire Dire Docks played on the keyboard. Again, I picked that out by ear, so it's probably not perfect, but what are you going to do? So on to the next thing I want to talk about. A few days ago, I picked up a copy of F-Zero GX for $5. I've been trying to get my hands on a copy of this for a long time. I played it once when I was about 14. I was going to buy it, but then I learned the hard way that you never invest in off-brand memory cards for any console ever. So I lost the file, so at 14 I'm like, no point, you know, because 14-year-olds are stupid. Like 5 years later, I found it for $5 on eBay, free shipping, disc only, who cares, best disc ever, right? So I'm going to put up a little bit of me playing, you know, while I talk about it. I am not the best racer in the world, by far. I don't care. It's not about how bad I am at racing. It's about how fun the game is, because I think we can all agree that F-Zero is one of the best racing series ever. So here it is, F-Zero GX. I'm going to run through the first Grand Prix here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the opening to every track and the last lap that I do for every track, just to keep the time below, you know, like 30 minutes. So the first thing we got here is you got New City, Twist Road. I think one of the biggest things that makes F-Zero GX so much fun to play is the fact that at any given time you're on the course with 29 other racers, which is something a lot of games don't choose to do. Like even the latest Mario Kart still keeps it at 12, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a little while, but it keeps it at 12. So the fact you're racing with so many other racers at such high speeds makes the game unique and fun. And that's why I've always loved F-Zero, and that's why I always will love F-Zero, and I can't wait for the next one, as long as they don't let it die, which they better not, because I'll hunt somebody down. Here we have Split Oval at Casino Palace, and this is a shout out. This is like a throwback to Silence on F-Zero X. Same basic concept. It's you know, plays it out as one track with no turns. basically because of the way it banks the 2 turns that are there. A lot of times, you know, everybody loves Captain Falcon, as far as I know. But as far as actually racing, I lean towards James McLeod because he's got a stronger boost, and generally I stay off the walls a lot, so the body build, the body that I've got to sacrifice for that doesn't usually affect me that much. Now sometimes it does. And the only thing I don't like about James is every now and then he can break loose and it'll throw you off. As a matter of fact, right up here in this S-curve up here, I break loose in the second half of it and end up in the wall, and that's why right there, somehow I broke loose there, lost my bearings, boosted straight to a wall, and that's why I ended up losing, coming in third in this one on the Sand Ocean track. And then lightning. None of the lightning courses like me at all, so you're going to see a lot of wall time here. As a matter of fact, I'm not even completely sure how I came in first on this course. As you see here, I started the last lap in like 26th to 28th or something like that, at the back of the pack. But that's the other thing I love about F-Zero. You can start a lap at the back of the pack, you throw in 2 or 3 good boosts, and you're back up in, you know, top 6, just like that, without even really having to try that. There's just something really satisfying about hitting one button, picking up speed, and passing 12 people out at the same time. And then, you know, I like the fact, you know, a lot of people, the thing that makes Mario Kart kind of fun is the items and all, so it's more of a challenge. But at the same time, you know, a pure racing experience like F-Zero can be even more fun because it's, you know, you're like, you get up first, you've earned that first place, and you're going to keep it. There's not going to be some douchebag like in the back of the pack hit you with a shell and then it's over. That's always been annoying. Then we've got the last one, and probably one of my favorites, Areopolis. Definitely got the best music, that's for sure. I love this track. As you can see, I'm not past pushing my ships to their limit as far as boosts go, because it's either you're going to win or you're going to lose. I'm either going to come in second or blow up one, and might as well put it all on the line. First played this game, I was in a way amazed that the GameCube could handle this much going on at the same time and still make it look nice, because you look at it today and the graphics, while they're not, you know, cutting edge and the best in the world, they hold up pretty well. You know, you look at that and you don't think, oh, that's a GameCube, just by looking at it. You know, maybe with some of the character models, but when you're actually playing the game, you don't think that. For those of you who don't. The other cool thing about F-Zero GX is that it introduced customization here, where you could actually, you know, you earn tickets for every Grand Prix and every story chat that you get, and then you can buy racers instead of unlocking them, which has pros and cons. And then you could buy custom parts. You could buy 3 separate parts. You buy your machine, your cockpit, the body, the cockpit, and then your boosters, and you put them together and you can create custom machines. And as you can see there, I just picked up a booster. And then you can buy story chapters whenever you unlock the one you just beat. I'll come back to that in just a second. Then they made it where you could customize your emblems. I haven't played around with this too much, but I did make a custom Metroid emblem. I know it's off-center and it's not the best thing in the world, but if you've seen some of my drawings, that's not that bad. And then here's where you can actually customize your ships. You can see I've got one or two there. I really don't use either one of them right now. I'm waiting to unlock some better parts. So like here you pick your body, you pick your cockpit, and then you pick your booster, and you know, after you've done all that, you put them together, and then that's your ship. And then you can pick a specific racer for them. Then you can go and you can color them up, and you can color all the parts individually. So they ain't got to be the same color. Back to the story mode, runs in chapters. Every chapter includes a race, and it's not a straightforward race. It's a event race. You've got to complete an objective. So that's F-Zero in a nutshell. Pretty cool game, right? Yeah. Okay, so the last thing I want to hit on is a little bit of A couple years back, a game was released. At the time, we all thought it was going to be great. This game was StarFox. We played the game. It played fun. And it was a good game. It was just a really, really bad StarFox game. Kind of like Adventures. The whole split option thing didn't do anything for me. It was fun at first, but then I realized that like all of the endings pretty much sucked. There, I said it. I'm like, I can write a better story than this. So I did. Yeah. I've got it up in a couple of different places. And like at first, everybody was like, dude, you're an idiot. Seriously? Well, when I say everybody, I mean like everybody that I talked to, which is like 3 people, maybe less at the time. And it was one guy who was like, dude, you're an idiot. Then I showed it to him a few weeks ago, and he's like, you can actually write stuff. I'm like, which is as close as you can get to a compliment from this guy. He said, you should do a radio play. I put up a thread, and I've gotten some interest, but I'm still looking for certain parts. So if you're interested in voice acting at all, whether or not you like StarFox, if you're interested in voice acting, maybe you'll be interested in this. I'll link the story and the thread with the information on the voices that I need in the description down there. So they'll both be linked there. If you're interested, I'll also leave my Skype username in the description so that you can get in touch with me. You can either that, you can send me a PM on YouTube. If you're actually registered on the site, which you may be, I don't know how many, if you're actually registered on the site, you can PM me there. My email's on the site, I think. May not be. Maybe it is. I don't know. Or, like I said, you can do Skype, and we can do some readings over Skype, and we'll go from there. I really want to get this off the ground. At this point, I'm kind of willing to take anybody that is interested in voice acting, period, regardless whether or not you sound exactly like the character, as long as we can get the point across, this is who you are. So you got to carry the attitude for it. Like if you're doing Falco, you don't have to sound exactly like Falco. But as long as you can carry his attitude, then we can swing it. Plus, keep in mind, this is Command. This is a rewriting of Command, which is after all the other ones. So all the voices are going to need to be mature except for one specific part, and you can read more about that in the description. So anyway, that's enough plugging myself. For some reason, I feel really bad for doing that, and I don't know why. Am I a dirty person? Am I a dirty person for plugging myself? Well, it's not like I sat here and said, this is the best story in the world, because it's not. It really isn't, but it's got to be better than what they wrote. Now that I've got this camera working, I should be able to do a little more. So hopefully I'll get to do some of the trips. I know in a couple weeks I'm going to Chicago. We'll hopefully get to document that. Although it'll be a lot of darkness and sleep the first day. Y'all guys, have a good day, have a good week. See you when I see you.